Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey Media, Sundays from 11 a.m. to noon, broadcasting live from Detroit and stretching to the heart of Central Texas, here on FM 88.1 WHPR with co-hosts Longhorn and the Jersey Girl. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. And now, here's your host that never gets it right, but is never wrong, Will Sims.
All right, welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, Sunday, the 23rd of August, 2015. I'm Solo Dolo in the studios today. What's going on, Longhorn? He's joining me.
Game time, prime time. Detroit Sports Jersey Media time. Let's get it on.
All right, the Jersey Girl out today. Has something to do with her daughter and Haley Scott. She's feeling under the weather, so hopefully next week all of us will be back together as a team. But me and Longhorn will be holding it down today as usual. Longhorn, we got NFL talk going on. So much going on in the NFL. I also want to talk about this Little League softball team that threw a game because they didn't want to play another team in the finals, which backfired. Also, we're going to talk about Chris Webber talking about college basketball as modern-day slavery. Also, we're going to do Did You Know? True or False, My Crazy 8, and the Big Dummy segment. All right, Longhorn, let's jump off into it. Lions, Washington, Thursday night. Of course, the Lions lost. That's probably another reason the Jersey Girl's not here. But the big question coming out of that game, Longhorn, RGIII got injured again with a concussion. Let's throw out the number 313-868-3688 if anybody online or listening on the radio would like to join this conversation. 313-868-3688. No, he's on the other one. Yep. So, Longhorn, like I said, the big question mark that came up out of that game, which actually I don't know if you was able to watch the game by you being down in Texas, but I watched it and impressed with the defense. Offense didn't really impress me that much, but I can't feel the preseason anyway because the starters don't play enough for me to make a determination on exactly what's going on. But anyway, the big question came out of there, and the big injury was RG3. The question is, should he be dealt to another team, be playing in a different uniform? I would like to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When I watched the game, that as far as the hits and the sacks, he needs to be dealt to another team. The RG3 mania is gone. You know, you can just watch. The guy has no legs anymore. You know, that scheme with quarterback, the Lions defense look real good. I mean, they look real sharp playing against that offense of the Redskins. And I don't want to hear nothing about all this. You know, that's not the real offense of the Redskins. If the real line was out there, they wouldn't let him get to the RG3 like they did. The RG3, he dropped back 8 times for the pass. He was sacked 3 times, and he fumbled twice. When I say sacked, he was hammered to the ground, went out with a concussion and a shoulder steam. But, you know, back in the day, RG would have took out for running. But, you know, he got that leg injury. So I don't think he really have confidence in his legs anymore.
But Longhorn,
when he came off the side,
Longhorn, the offensive line sucked, and the starters was playing out there. The guy dropped back 8 times, got hit 6, and like you said, had 3 sacks. That offensive line sucked. They didn't really give him a chance.
Yeah, I think he needs to go to another team, but I don't know who could get him though, because he doesn't play like he would. You know, his legs was his bread and butter.
Well, let's remember one thing, Longhorn. This is only his 3rd year. Well, this will actually be his 4th year going into the league. I mean, this season right here. He's only 25 years old. So it's not like he's a washed-up quarterback. And really, technically, if you check out the history of all quarterbacks, a lot of quarterbacks really don't start getting good until they're in their 30s anyway. Not all of them, but some of them don't start, you know. You have very few like your Russell Wilsons, you know, Aaron Rodgers, you know, Peyton Manning that can step up to the plate. early in their careers. But a lot of these quarterbacks really don't start shining until they get in like 30, 31, something like that. So he's still a young guy out here, and like I said, yes, he has, let me give you some fuzzy numbers, matter of fact.
Give me the fuzzy numbers.
In 2012, when he entered the league, he played in 15 games. He won 9. 2013, he played in 13 games, won 3. 2014, he played 9 games, started 7, and won 2. So actually, he only had a total of 14 games under his belt that he done actually won. Sometimes, like I tell people also, sometimes the system that the coaches put in don't match the players.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. If you look at the guy's face when he takes his helmet off and he's on the sideline, you just look at him, you can tell that system is not working for him. And his legs, I'm trying to tell you, if I say it once, I say it again. Just like when Kaepernick came into the league. His legs and Kaepernick's legs, that was their bread and butter. And defenses have adjusted to that bread and butter up there. I'm going to fake like I'm on a pass, and I'm going to take off running. Just like when Michael Vick came into the league. His legs was his bread and butter. Defense adjusted to that. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson, his legs is his bread and butter. However, he got other weapons. He can outthink. He outthinks the defense where he can, okay, you think I'm going to run? Oh, boom. I'm throwing out for the pass. I'm dishing it off. But these people, RG, man, once his legs got hit, and that was it, man.
Well, see, one thing I like what you said. You hit the nail right on the head when, like sometimes a player come in and they'll shine and people think this is the greatest next player in the league. But one thing you did say was correct. After the players done played against you for a while, they do adjust. See, they don't know how to attack you or come at you if you ain't never played before. So you obviously got the upper hand. But once they done figured out your game plan, your scheme, your strong points and your weak points, they adjust to that. And that's exactly what's done happened. They done took his run game away. I'm not saying at 25 years old, his legs, are giving up on him, done gave out on him or whatever, but I'm just saying he has to adjust his game now because they done figured him out. See, when you got an offensive line that sucks and your running game was more important to you was more stronger than your throwing game. Now you have to adjust that, make your throwing game your first option and your running game your second option. See, in the beginning, his running game was always his first option.
That's right.
Now they don't adjust to that. Now he got to reverse that. This is just my opinion. I'm no coach or nothing, but I know I don't watch enough football to see that these guys done adjusted to his scheme of the game and then took his running game away. And that's the first thing he's trying. He hasn't adjusted to that yet. He's only 25 years old, entering his 4th season into the league. He still have a long ways to go. And I think, in my personal opinion, I think that he'll do good with another team.
Yeah, but here's the kicker part about his running game while we're on that real fast. His running game has been hampered by his mental fact that he has injured that leg. It's just not his running game being taken away. His running game is being hampered because of that injury. So it's not like he can take off. It's not like, okay, they've adjusted to my running game, so I may not get as many yards as I used to. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, if I take off, if they hit this injured leg, what is that going to do? Could they be a career-ending injury? Because they already know that this leg is injured, so they're going to go for that spot. They're going to go for that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's not the same. It varies. Like Kaepernick, his legs have not been injured, so he may not get as many yards, but he can still take off with the run. Same thing with Michael Vick. He might not get as many yards as he used to back in the day, but he still can bring it down and take off. But with RG3 in the back of his mind, after I pull it down and I take off, I may not get as many yards. Can I cut like I used to? And what if they hit my leg in that injured spot and I'm pulled out here on the cart, and that could be the end of it? So they're trying to save that too. So I think RG3, he needs to be behind the offensive line that's going to protect him more so he can't drop back and throw those passes, Because I don't think nobody's scared of his run game anymore. I think that's history. Nobody's scared of his run game.
Well, see, they're not. Well, like they said, they're not scared of it, and that's a good point you made also about the injury. That's why he have to adjust his game. He have to go through his throwing, his arm, and his throwing and passing have to be his number one option. He has a nice arm. He has a nice arm. But see, he's still thinking he can get it done with his legs, and like you said, in the back of his head, he thinking, if I get hit in this leg again, it could be a career-ending injury. So that's why he needs to adjust his game. Just like the players who he made look stupid and fools out there on the field, they adjusted to their game. The defense has adjusted to the game of what he used to playing with. Same way with Russell Wilson, he depends on both of them. He can throw the ball. Also, a lot of people don't see that, which I'm going to get into this Russell Wilson situation later on in the show. But I'm just saying, Russell Wilson, his first option is to pass. Then he take off running when he see he don't have nothing. See, and that's what RG3 needs to do. He needs to adjust his game. And he has not done that yet. Well, along with that, him not adjusting his game and having a poor offensive line, Longhorn, he's looking like a bum out there. He's not looking like the RG3 who won the Heisman, who 2012 went to the Pro Bowl and was named Offensive Player of the Year that year. So he's not looking like that player. I'm saying that he's not washed up at 25. He has to adjust his game, and he must demand or ask for a trade, be released, go sign with, reinvent yourself somewhere else. It's been done with plenty quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, even
not game time, prime time like he used to be.
I mean, even Peyton Manning, he's still getting off good as he was in Indy, even though he only won Super Bowl there, but he still was good there. And he's still good in Denver. So there's no problem with going nowhere else and, playing for another team and reinventing yourself. So there's nothing wrong with that.
And you know what? Speaking of those great quarterbacks who use their arms and who do not run, if I was RG, this is just me speaking. I'm not like everybody can be a Monday morning quarterback, sitting at the house, drinking their cold ones, eating their nachos and cheese and hot dogs and whatever and Fritos. I would talk to those non-running quarterbacks like the Mannings. I would go all the way back to Montana, like the Tom Brady's or whatever. I would talk to those guys. Those are not running quarterbacks. You're never gonna see Peyton Manning take off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I'm glad you brought that up because that's what Kaepernick has done. In San Francisco, he went and got Kurt Warner, who played he's retired now. He went and talked to him and helped, and Kurt Warner actually helped him on his game. Now, I haven't seen a game with the 49ers yet. I'm trying to catch one on the NFL Network. Once again, thank Comcast for giving me that free. But anyway.
Shout out to Comcast.
Give them a big... Hey, everybody else, Comcast, they my best friend now. I got that in the NBA channel. Oh, yeah, I'm in 7 heaven. But anyway... He needs to go get like you said, a veteran quarterback that's not used to running and throwing the ball.
That never runs.
and work with them, talk to them, pick their brain, find out, what I'm saying. Maybe you don't even got to go there. Maybe you can watch some films.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to work a little hard on your own. That's what actually I take my hat off to Jameis Winston down in Tampa Bay. Man, they said, he got a roommate, right? And his roommate said he can't sleep. Because not because of this guy's up snoring, sleeping and snoring, because this guy's up, man, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning studying the playbooks, looking at film. See, that he's showing me right there that he's dedicated to this game. He's trying to be the best. That speaks volumes.
You know what? And that's why I should tell young players back in the day, when you're not studying, somebody else always is.
Well, see,
When you're not preparing, somebody else who your competition is always studying and preparing.
Well, see, you can look at people, Longhorn, and tell who done worked on their game and who has not worked on their game. What we're going to do real fast, Longhorn, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back, we're going to do more NFL talk. We're going to jump off into this Little League softball team that threw the game so they wouldn't have to play this other team in the championship. Also, we're going to talk about Chris Webber comparing college basketball to slavery. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
For a head that's as smooth as a billiard ball, don't settle for anything less than a Cobra razor, because it's designed to comfortably transform from a face shaving razor to a head shaving razor with just the click of a button. Treat your head to the closest shave you can imagine at CobraRazors.com. Cobra Razors, for a head that's as smooth as you are.
Hello, Detroit Sports Jersey listeners. If you would like to be a sponsor of Detroit Sports Jersey, the email address is info@DetroitSportsJersey.com. And the phone number is 313-624-7814. We air every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern on FM 88.1 WHPR with live streaming at FM 88.1WHPR.com. Detroit Sports Jersey offers reasonable sponsorship rates. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr. ENO Productions /Fiverr does video production work, and this is where Detroit Sports Jersey goes for video work week after week. Again, that's ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr.
And Yahaja.
I would like to promote our 4th annual World Series Handicap NFL contest. For more information, www.worldseriesofhandicapping.com. Win that contest, win the ring, win $1,000 in cash. For more information, worldseriesofhandicapping.com. Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by menspills.com. It's the #1 male enhancement pill on the market today. She will be thanking you tomorrow. Come with 100% money back guaranteed. Put that spark back in your romance. For more information, menspills.com. That's menspills.com. You won't be disappointed. What time is it, Longhorn?
Game time, prime time. Detroit Sports Jersey Media time. Almost halftime. Let's get it on.
All right, Longhorn, we're sticking with the NFL. Stephen A. Smith of ESPN came out with his top 9 quarterback ratings, and I flat out called him an idiot on his Facebook page. I love him, but when he came out with this list, Longhorn, and you might agree with me, when you hear the name, I don't know if you was able to do the research or pull it up, but I'm going to throw him out there to you. By the way, when I called him an idiot, his fans went off on me and called me an idiot and said the listing was correct. Yeah, okay. Here go the list. I usually start at the bottom like Drake and, started at the bottom. But anyway, we're going to start at the bottom.
Now we're here.
Yeah, started at the bottom, now we're here. But we're going to start at the top. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers. Number 2, Tom Brady. Number 3, Peyton Manning. Number 4, Drew Brees. Now, to be honest with you, I don't really have a problem with those top 4. I might rearrange a few of them, but I really don't have a problem with the top 4 per se. Just where they listed at. I might rearrange a few of them. Number 5. Now here we go. Now here come my problem right here. Number 5, Andrew Luck ain't won nothing. Number 6, Big Ben in Pittsburgh. No. He should have been above Andrew Luck, considering he got 2 bling blings on his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now here go the killer now. Oh yeah, your boy down in Dallas coming in at number 7, Tony Romo.
That guy shouldn't be nowhere on the list.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. It gets worse. Oh, it gets worse. This is why I called him an idiot. Stephen A. Smith of ESPN. Coming in at number 8. A guy that done been to back-to-back Super Bowls. Won one, would have two if they wouldn't have an idiot coach. Russell Wilson. Phillip Rivers, Cam Newton, all tied at number 8, and number 9 is Eli Manning of the Giants. Longhorn, do you have a problem with that list? Because I sure in the hell do.
I tell you one thing, I got a problem with that list. You got a pimp on there. You got a pimp daddy, big pimp daddy Romo. What in the world are you gonna put a NFL quarterback pimp who's just taking money from the system, who has shown me nothing but nothing, and then you're going to put Wilson down at the bottom, who done took a team to 2 Super Bowls.
Would have had 2
if they just gave the ball to the beast and let them just walk on in there. I'm going to put it this way. Let them just sashay in there, blindfold, and would have had 2 rings. Are you serious?
Wait a minute. Here go one of the fans' comments to me. He gonna say, Russell Wilson ain't nothing. He's no good, but just throwing 1-yard interception and riding the wave. Hey, my man, I don't know what game you be watching him play, but that boy can play. Russell Wilson can play. He can move that ball up and down the field. This is what he did in the Super Bowl. He was 12 for 21, 247 yards, and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Like I said, the 1 interception wouldn't have happened if the coach wouldn't have called that BS play. I'm not putting that on Russell Wilson. I'm putting it strictly on the head coach for calling that, just because they did not want Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, to be the MVP of the Super Bowl, because he'd have held that over their head for a bigger contract.
And you know what I say about this list in general? The list in general should have started with QBs who have jury. The list should have started with QBs who have a ring and worked itself on down.
But see, Longhorn, they don't judge. See, that's why right now, that's why I say, man, all this Hall of Fame stuff.
Romo.
Yeah, why is Romo? You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Before I put Romo on there, I'd have put Matthew Stafford.
My God.
And everybody know how I feel about him.
What they put? They don't have Eli Manning on here.
Eli Manning's coming in at number 9.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Peyton Manning, Eli. Okay, they got the brothers, but what? Oh Lord, have mercy. Cam Newton? Did I hear you say Cam Newton?
Oh yeah. By the way, yeah, Cam Newton's on there. He's tied with Russell Wilson.
Oh my God.
Him and Phillip Rivers, 2 guys that ain't won nothing, never been to the Super Bowl. Well, let me take that back. The Panthers did go to the Super Bowl, but I don't think it was with Cam Newton, though. I don't think it was with Cam Newton.
Wow.
Yeah.
The problem with Cam Newton is the accuracy.
Wow. I don't know what games.
Now, somebody must be paying this guy.
I don't know what games these guys be watching, or how he can, actually fits his lips to say something like that. But if you want to join this conversation, 313-868-3688. Stephen A. Smith, when he made up this list right here, that's just to show me they'll throw any idiot on TV. For real. And don't get me wrong, I like Stephen A. Smith, but for him to condone this list, Russell Wilson at number 8, and you got Tony Romo ahead of him, a guy that done been to the Super Bowl twice, would have won it back to back if you didn't have an idiot coach.
And who has not been in the league as long as Romo?
Exactly.
And who is not getting paid as much as Romo? You got a blue-collar quarterback, fresh out of college, coming up in here going to the Super Bowl.
Now, if anything, I'm tell you something else I got a problem with it, too. And he's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong. He hasn't won anything. Sitting in at number 5, Andrew Luck for the Colts. Now, he's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong. But Russell Wilson, if anything, should be sitting up at number 4 or 5.
That's right. You know what it is about Luck? Luck is all about the hype. It's all about all his hype of when he came into the league. You know what I'm saying? They had more hype for Luck than they did have for Wilson. That's all. That's why he's up there. It's all about the hype and the team who he played for, and the fact that Peyton Manning left the Colts. That's why he's up there. That's all it is. Is because when he got to the Colts, Peyton Manning left and went to the Broncos. That's the only reason why Luck is up there. Man, good God Almighty. But you know what? They should put a disclaimer and say, hey, this is only my opinion, and it doesn't matter. So, but for these guys who jump on this bandwagon and say that you don't know what you're talking about, apparently the guy who's talking about Russell Wilson must not be watching the same football NFL that we watch in this time zone or in this atmosphere.
Well, what I'm getting from him, Longhorn, is he
confused.
what I'm getting from that fan that said that he only watched Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl. Obviously, he ain't been watching him the last couple of years. That boy can play some ball. He can flat out move that ball up and down the field. And yes, by the way, one fan gonna talk. Well, we all know that defense win championships. Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. But I told him, offense wins games. Turnovers, fumbles, getting sacked do not help you win a Super Bowl. You making poor decisions as a quarterback don't help your team win a Super Bowl. You can have the greatest defense in the world. If your offensive ain't moving that ball up and down the field by the poor decision of your quarterback, offensive line, running backs, receivers, you're not going to win no championship. They got to go hand in hand. And of course, defense do win championships.
That's right.
I'm not going to say that. Can I tell you something? Hold on, Long. I'm going to give you a perfect example why I'm correct on what I just said.
All right, go ahead. Correct them out there. Correct them.
No. I'm going to tell you why I know I'm right. You had.
Give it to them the real deal.
You had the Detroit Lions last year ranked number 2 in defense in the league. Where did they go? Nowhere, because the offense sucked. So they got to go hand in hand.
And that's what I've been telling people all this time about. Now that Sue is gone, we want to see what the offense is going to do.
Seahawks was number 1.
It's got to be a combo. Got to be a combination.
Seahawks was number 1 in defense. Now I can't remember what they was ranked, but they was up there. If they wasn't number 1, they had to be number 2 or 3. But it went hand in hand.
That's
Detroit was ranked 28th in rushing on offense. You can have the number 2 defense, but you're not going to win no playoff game or no Super Bowl being ranked number 28th in the league in rushing. I'm sorry. It's not happening. You got to go hand in hand. It's as simple as that. That's what I'm trying to explain to these idiots. I don't consider myself a genius, a guru, but let me tell you something. See, that difference between me and these fans that goes back out on me. I watch the game with my eyes. They watching games with their hearts. That's why I can, when I look at a game, I'm not looking at no game with my heart. I'm not caught up into teams like that. I watch with my eyes. And that's what you Lions fans do, Longhorn. You too. Y'all watch the games with y'all heart.
And you gotta watch with your heart, brother.
No.
Your heart, but you gotta have a fair and unbiased heart. That's
my heart is this. My heart is I love the NFL. I love watching football. I'm not gonna be my love. I'm gonna make excuses. Like for instance, Longhorn, when your Lions went down there and they talking about something, Calvin made that catch or they waved the call off. I told the Lions fans, I said, hold on, let me tell you something. Let's just say they did give them that. Y'all acting like they took a touchdown away. They just took yardage away. They did that play did not, and that play did not cost y'all the game, because if you had a true quarterback, he would have shook that off and moved it right down the field. It would have been a non-factor. But y'all so caught up watching the games with y'all heart, y'all can't see that.
You know what? Like I always say, you play the ref and you play the other teams. So, hey, I keep it real.
But see, the thing about it, Longhorn, if you play your game, you can take the ref decisions out of it. Whatever call whatever calls they make, you can take it off out of it. I done seen Brady. I done seen Aaron Rodgers, because they got the ball back with 2 minutes and some change left in the game. I done seen Brady. I done seen Aaron Rodgers. I done seen Russell Wilson move the ball down the field in that 2 minutes and win the game. Why your quarterback couldn't?
Oh, because we need another quarterback. I told you that a long time ago. I'm not a fan of Stafford.
I'll
tell you that right now.
I seen it with my eyes, not my heart, harping on the ref, took the game, the ref blew the... Get out of here with that. Get out of here.
I am not a fan of Stafford. I'll let that be known, and everybody in the Lions then know that.
All right, Longhorn, we're going to take another quick commercial break here.
So you got to go. You take your breather. Lordy.
When we
got hyped up, boy.
When we come back, Longhorn, speaking of the Detroit Lions, I have the list of the 10 most overrated players in Detroit Lions history.
We know who number one is.
And we're going to see if you agree. And the reason I said this, right, because Sports Illustrated just came out with their 2015 overrated players, what really caught my eye on this was Eric Ebron of the Detroit Lions. He was ranked at number 4. So I said to myself, what a wonderful world. They had to have more than just one player come through this franchise that's been overrated. So I have the list. So we'll be back after a word from our sponsors. If you want to join in the conversation, 313-868-3688. Jersey Girl out, Haley Scott's out. Will and the Longhorn, we holding it down. DetroitSportsJersey.com, Detroit Sports Jersey Media. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
For a head that's as smooth as a billiard ball, don't settle for anything less than a Cobra razor, because it's designed to comfortably transform from a face-shaving razor to a head-shaving razor with just the click of a button. Treat your head to the closest shave you can imagine at CobraRazors.com. Cobra Razors, for a head that's as smooth as you are.
Hello, Detroit Sports Jersey listeners. If you would like to be a sponsor of Detroit Sports Jersey, the email address is info@DetroitSportsJersey.com. And the phone number is 313-624-7814. We air every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern on FM 88.1 WHPR with live streaming at FM 88.1 WHPR.com. Detroit Sports Jersey offers reasonable sponsorship rates. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr. ENO Productions /Fiverr does video production work, and this is where Detroit Sports Jersey goes for video work week after week. Again, that's ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr.
Stand by and yacht.
I would like to promote our fourth annual World Series of Handicapping NFL contest. www.worldseriesofhandicapping.com. Win the contest, win the ring, win $1,000 in cash. For more information, www.worldseriesofhandicapping.com. Win the contest and the ring with $1,000 in cash. Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by menspills.com. It's the #1 male enhancement pill on the market today. She'll be thanking you tomorrow. She'll be thanking you tomorrow. Not thinking, but she'll be thanking you tomorrow. Comes with 100% money back guarantee. Put that spark back in your romance. For more information, menspills.com. That's menspills.com. You won't be disappointed. All right, Longhorn, you need to go there and check it out. You had some problems last night?
I'm good, brother. Hey, I guess you'll be thanking somebody and thinking about somebody if you go there, huh?
Yeah.
Thinking about the next time and thinking on your way out. That's what's up.
Everybody ain't blessed like us. What can I say? You might have to, people out here got problems, man. It's all good, though. We ain't out here judging nobody.
That's right. Get you plenty of sleep.
Whatever it takes for you and your lady to get back the romance in your life, menspills.com. It's all good. Longhorn.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go ahead with the top overrated players in the Lions history.
In Detroit Lions football history. I'm going to start with number 9. I kind of have a problem with this name right here because I actually like this guy, but he did cost the Lions a chance to go to the playoffs or move on to the playoffs with the 49ers back in the day, but I kind of didn't care because that's when back then I was a big 49ers fan. But Eddie Murray, the kicker.
Oh, the kicker? The kicker, dog. You gonna go off on the kicker?
Yeah, they say he was overrated. He did 12 years, and they say the reason he was on this list because Jason Hanson, the kicker that just retired a few years, he done 22 years with the Lions, and he did a lot more than Eddie Murray did. He was money on the bank, money shot as they call him. So I kind of have a problem.
I was right there in Eddie Murray. Yeah. He did disappoint us a lot, though.
Yeah, but he was okay, though. I liked him. He did win some games, though. Now, come on.
Yeah, he won some games, but he missed some chip shots that were like game-winning kicks. That's like, are you serious?
All right.
I could have run out there with a 3-year-old who could have kicked some of them field goals, brother. I'm for real.
Coming in at number 9, Benny Blaze. He played 9 years in the league. And the reason they put him on this list because he was a 3rd overall pick and he had 12 interceptions, 9 forced fumbles, and a Pro Bowl. And they said being picked that high, you would expect more from a player like that. Coming in at number 8, Ernie Sims. He had the speed, but that was it. He had nothing else to offer the team. Luther Ellis coming in at number 7. He had 15 sacks. In his 2nd and 3rd season, 12 sacks in his final 6th season. So, obviously, his play went downhill after his 2nd and 3rd season.
Right.
Dave Salone, he had 2,000 yards in 7 seasons. But you know what's amazing about his career? So far, he's the only NF player ever in history. Now, this is something the Lions fans should be proud of. He never fumbled the ball once in his career, and he's the only player that has ever done that. Will have not done that, should I say? Never fumbled.
Well, that's true. That should go up in the Detroit Lions Hall of Fame right there.
But 7 seasons, 2,000 yards, you expect more. Dre Bly was over-aggressive. He made big plays, but after he make his big plays, he'll come back and get burnt after that. So he comes in at number 5. Roy Williams, he had one good season, 2006, 1,300 yards.
Yeah, the wide receiver.
Yep. He was a failure. If you can join in on this conversation, 313-868-3688. Coming in at number 3, Scott Mitchell. Led the Lions to 95 and 97 playoffs, but after that, it all went downhill for old Scotty boy. Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty. What happened to old Scotty?
Coming in at number 2, smoking Charles Rogers. Couldn't put the weed down. A Michigan State product. We just had him gone, dog. I don't know if he's in the coop with Smokey or what, but he had amazing speed. But he just
wide receiver Charles Rogers.
He'd rather run to the weed house faster than he would down on the field. So it's just shame on him.
Hey, he needed the dope man at the other end of the receiver talking about, hey, come get it.
Coming in at number 1, former Heisman Trophy winner. I was never impressed with him. Andre Ware. He played 4 seasons with the Lions.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with him either. So there was a lot of hype too when he came to the Lions.
Oh yeah,
they hyped that guy up big time.
So
I wonder where he's at now.
He's on. I want to say either Fox Sports or either ESPN.
We need to do a research on where these overrated players are at now.
Okay, work on that for next week, Longhorn. But
I'll work on it.
But I think he on ESPN. I think he's doing college football, if I'm not mistaken. But I know he's on TV because I've seen him on there.
Yeah, I'll work on that for next Sunday. Where are these guys at now?
All right,
give a little tidbits of what's going on with these guys.
All right, Longhorn, give me your 3 did you know. Do you have 3 of them?
Oh yeah, I got 3 did you know.
All
you
right,
ready?
Longhorn, go ahead. Let's hit it.
All right. Did you know that Joe Montana has won 3 Super Bowl MVPs 3 times? The most anyone as a quarterback. Tom Brady has 2 MVP awards. 1 more, and he will be up there with Joe Montana's record. That's your boy. Both of them right there, ain't it?
That's my man.
Joe Montana and Tom Brady.
Okay.
All right. Did you know that Super Bowl Sunday is the second largest day of food consumption, just behind Thanksgiving? America will eat 9 million pounds of chicken wings and 69.9 million pounds of avocados. I guess that's for the dipping sauce for the chips.
You would
for the
think
dip and dip.
You would think pizza would be on that list too.
You would think so, huh? But them chicken wings, boy, you know them chicken wings, boy.
Yeah.
Good God Almighty. But you know about chicken wings? I don't like when you go to a place they sell chicken wings, but they bring you the pieces.
Well, see, that's called wing dings, Longhorn. That's not chicken wings. That's a difference. You got to make sure you read the thing correctly. Them are wing dings, then you have chicken wings.
All right, because first time I went to a restaurant, they said chicken wings. You know, and then they brought me the pieces. I was like, where the rest of it at?
Yeah, you got to clarify that, Longhorn. Tell them I don't want no wing dings. I want chicken wings.
Because down here in Texas, they don't call them wing dings. They call them chicken wings.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all behind the times, Longhorn.
All right.
Y'all think down there is steak.
All right, the last did you know,
hey,
the first ever NFL draft was held in 1936. There were only teams, and check out the names of these teams. Of these teams, only 3 of them still have the same. Well, 4 of them still have the same names today. You had the Philadelphia Eagles. You had the Boston Redskins. You had the Pittsburgh Pirates. You had the Brooklyn Dodgers, which was a football team, the Brooklyn Dodgers. You had the Chicago Cardinals. Then you had the Chicago Bears, the Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions, and the New York Giants. So there was only 9 teams in 1936 when they had the first NFL draft. And that is 3 did you knows.
All right, Longhorn. Appreciate that. But like I was saying earlier, Longhorn, y'all thing down in Texas is steak. Y'all ain't into chicken wings for real. Y'all
down here, that thing down here is barbecue, and what they love to barbecue and talk about is brisket.
Yeah, barbecue and steak. That's y'all thing down in Texas.
That's right. You remember you came down, you was tired of barbecue, weren't you?
Man, that's all y'all fed a brother down there. Like, y'all ain't got nothing else? That's all y'all eat. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right, Longhorn, it's time for true or false. Are you ready?
Bring it on, Pee Wee Straw.
Put your thinking cap on. Here we go. Number 1, man grows ear on his forearm for art.
How you come with this stuff?
Come on, man. Hold on. Let me finish. Man grows ear on arm for art. Bill Gates' poop water machine gets a test run, and an Ohio man discovers that when he chopped off his penis, that he ate it, found out that it actually grew back bigger and better, which was a surprise to his wife. Which one is true? I mean, which one is false?
I say the last one is false.
You're correct. Yep, number 3, that's the false one. Bill Gates invested in a machine that collects human waste and converts it into safe, usable drinking water. And an Australian man had a part of his ear cut off. It was constructed to his arm using material that's used in plastic surgery and his own tissue and blood vessel. So you're right, Longhorn. The third one is you finally got one right.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually got a picture of that. I'm gonna send it to you. I actually thought Jersey Girl or Haley was gonna be in here and didn't think that was real. I'm gonna send you the picture after the show and show you.
Yeah, I want to see that one. I'm gonna put that. We're gonna put that on our Detroit 313 Facebook page. So anybody else want to see that?
All right, Longhorn. We're gonna switch topics here. We're gonna do my crazy eights. You ready for them?
Bring them on.
All right, we're gonna have to get some theme music for this crazy eights too. The top 8 signs your mama wants you out the house. We're gonna number 8. She just got back from seeing Straight Outta Compton. Now she's telling you to get the straight up out of her house. The hell up out of her house. Number 7. For your birthday, she gives you a bus pass, want ass, and a map of the city. That's the top signs your mama wants you out the house. When you come home and ask mama what's for dinner, she tells you whatever they having at the soup kitchen. That's the top 8 signs your mama wants you out the house. Coming in at number 5. Your bedroom has a lock and a for rent sign on the door, but you keep climbing through the window thinking mama's tripping. Top 8 signs your mama wants you out the house ASAP. Number 4, she start forwarding all of your mail to the homeless shelter.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, okay.
Top 8 signs your mama wants you out the house ASAP. Number 3, she changes her name, job, and social security number. You can't find mama nowhere. Number 2, the top 8 signs your mama wants you out the house ASAP. She removes all the street signs, hoping you get lost coming home. The number 1 sign. You all right?
Yeah, that was a good one right there.
Top 8 signs your mama wants you out the house. She removes all the furniture out the house except for her favorite chair. It's time for you to get out of mama's house. You know. All right, Longhorn. We're going to do the big dummy. You ready for your big dummy?
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and start with yours first.
Hold on here, dog. Hit the big dummy for us real fast.
Here we go.
Big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy.
All right. Here goes my big dummy for the week. Jumping back into the NFL, the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator said, I wouldn't change a thing on the final play call of the Super Bowl. He's a straight idiot.
Wow.
You have the best running back in the league to run for just 1 yard, and you actually telling the people you wouldn't change a play. You would do it over again. Are you serious? You are I thought Stephen A. Smith was an idiot. You beat him out. For real.
Wow.
He's your best running back in the league. Done rushed for 120-something yards. And you would not give it to him to run 1 more yard? So y'all could have wrapped up the Super Bowl and had a victory back to back? Are you serious? He should have been fired. He should have been fired for really saying that. I don't like to see people lose their jobs. But man, if I was the head coach and you said that, matter of fact, if I was the owner and I heard you say that, your office would be cleaned out that day. So that's my big dummy of the week. The Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator. Hit it, Hendo.
Big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy.
All right, Longhorn, who's your big dummy for the week?
Well, before I get into that, you know why that guy said that, right? Because, you know, some people, even though they wrong, man, they gonna stick to their guns, and they gonna go down with the ship. They gonna go down with the ship blazing, man. They're not gonna admit that they're wrong no matter what you say or what they say. So he's gonna take it to his grave that he will never change that play call, man, because he don't want to look like no big dumb and big stupid. So he's gonna take that to his grave, man. So
He looked like that anyway.
Here's my big dummy.
He looked like that anyway. Go ahead, give your big dummy, Longhorn.
Some people, man, they're not smart enough to even rob a bank. These guys try to rob a bank. They only had a 3rd grade education. When they were trying to rob the bank, their bank robbery was jacked up, and their attempt to rob the bank was busted because they couldn't even spell or write. So they try to have a note trying to tell the bank teller they're gonna rob the bank. It's put the note said, we're gonna reel the bank unless you give us all the money. That's what the note said. We're gonna reel the bank unless you give us all the money. So because of that, they turned the letter, the thing, in the security guard. Security guard, of course, called the police and captured these guys. Now those are big dummies. 3rd grade education, didn't even know how to read or write, gonna rob the bank. Big dummies. Must be said about education, brother.
All right. That's our big dummy for the week. By the way, Longhorn, let's give a shout out to LeBron James.
Yes. Go ahead, LeBron James. He's gonna help some school kids. Thousands of kids. I think about 2,000 kids go to college. In I think around 2025, pay for their whole education, which is a great thing. You always hear about how pro athletes and college athletes messing up and doing things is not morally correct. But he's going to help out and give back to these high school kids in Akron. This program that they started, even when the kids are in, I think, middle school, elementary through middle school through high school, and all they have to do is pass their SATs and have a good GPA score and give back to the community and volunteer service, and he's going to pay for their whole ride through college. So I think that's a great thing.
Shout out to King James. Oh, yeah, they always knocking him, but I don't see no press releasing big thing on that, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's not all in the news. Where's the main media on that? That's not all on ESPN.
And if it had been stealing from 2,000 kids, that would have been front page and all. They'd have been hammering that to death. But since he helping 2,000 kids, ain't nothing being said. Check this out, Longhorn. 2015 Little League softball team in Washington threw a game against a team from North Carolina on Monday, losing on purpose to force a 3-way tie in the U.S. division that would eliminate the Iowa team Washington wanted to avoid in a potential rematch championship game. Sports just ain't real no more. Is it softball for real? We done got sunk so low where we're throwing softball games.
Oh, brother, you know what that tells me? If you're scared, dial 911. If you're scared of me, dial 911. That's all it tells me. If you're going to throw a game because you don't want to play against us, that tells me you're scared. Why don't you just go on home? And as a parent, if I knew, if my son, my son or daughter come back and tell me, we threw that game because the coach said that we didn't want to play this team right here, man, I'll be highly upset. I mean, highly.
Exactly.
I'll be all up in that coach's face and say, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying?
No diggity, no doubt. And you know what's funny about the whole thing? They end up playing the team anyway and lost. See how karma come back and get you?
Yeah, because they were scared. Yeah. They were scared. They were scared from the get-go. They had no confidence. And you know where that comes from, though, bro? That comes from the coach. The coach won't tell them to throw the game.
You know what's sad about when you cheat is when you still lose. That's the sad part about cheating. You really look like an idiot when you cheat and you still fail.
Yeah.
All right, Longhorn, let's switch. We got a few minutes. I'm going to ask you this quick question. Michigan owned Chris Webber said that college basketball is slavery. He said that Bill Russell told him any system that gets free labor is slavery. Also, Adrian Peterson once compared the NFL to modern-day slavery. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts on what Chris Webber said, I can agree with him and Bill Russell. Well, I can agree with Bill Russell. Because, there's a school at Northwestern University football team. They're unionized now.
No, they're not. The court just struck that down. That's actually what brought this statement up. The court struck that down. They're not unionized.
They're not unionized anymore.
They was never using unionize. They was trying to unionize, but the court struck that down, said they can't do it.
Oh, snap. My bad.
Yeah.
Because the Chicago Division of Labor said that they should be able to unionize because of the time and because of the rules and the rules of their time and their behavior. They said they should be, and they said that they are like employees of the university. And that's the Chicago Division of Labor. They said they should be able to unionize. But you know what? But you know what though? If you think about it, and I don't want to sound like that the system is fixed, but the kids go to school to get an education, so they get a job when they get out because they got that degree, right?
Exactly.
Now, what if all the kids in the school suddenly just say, we're not going to play ball for you?
Well, see, Longhorn, let me put my opinion on this, right? My thing is this. I hate when these sports athletes compare what they're doing to slavery, because they have no damn idea what slavery is. They never been whipped, ever had to call nobody master. They never
Chicken George.
Yeah, they never had to do none of that, man. They wasn't brought in over on no boat where they urinating and feces and all over each other. I hate when people compare their current situation, to slavery. What the hell you know about slavery? You standing up here living in these $1 million homes, driving Bentleys, Rolls. What the hell you seen a slave drive a Rolls Royce?
Yep, that's right. That's right.
When only time you seen a slave ever been in a big house where they was working for their master. So I hate when these athletes, man, really compare their situation to slavery. Now, if you want to say the system is unfair and this and that, I have no problem with that part of it. But to compare it to
slavery, yeah.
Yeah, but to compare it to slavery, remember, I hate that. That's just like kids, when you tell a kid to clean up their room, I feel like a slave. Oh, really? You do?
Go get the whip.
You do? Oh, really? You feel like a slave, huh? So that's the only problem I have with that, man, for real. I wish these athletes...
Choice of words.
And then my thing is this, right? You get in a free education to get not no job, Longhorn, as you stated, but a career. Now, if you decide to go to college and take basket weaving 101, that's on you.
Right.
They're not forcing you to do that. You're doing that because you about to go to the pros. It's your fault that you're not going to taking these classes serious and getting a real education and taking advantage of the situation. You can actually take advantage of the system instead of the system taking advantage of you if you were serious about it.
And not only that, how many of those pro athletes, such as Chris Webber, such as Bill Russell, reach back and once these guys graduate from college, reach back and give them a leg up and give them positions, or help them out with their connections and put them in a corporate world and help them out.
Exactly. So that's the only part.
Or give them some funds to start their own business.
Exactly. So, Longhorn, that's the only problem I really have with that, man. Stop comparing it to slavery, because you don't have no idea of what slaves went through. Give me your final words, Longhorn, before we get up out of here.
Game time, prime time, Detroit Sports Jersey Media time, and I'm gone.
All right, hopefully next week the Jersey Girl and Haley Scott, hope she's feel better, and the Jersey Girl will be back with us. Detroit Sports Jersey Media.com is where we upload the shows. We're here every Sunday live, WHPR 88.1 FM. I'm the host, Will, with the Longhorn today. We'll see you next week.
Listeners from Detroit to Central Texas for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey Media with your host, Will Sims, and co-host, Longhorn and the Jersey Girl, every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, right here on FM 88.1 WHPR. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great week.